Wayne, after a SCAMP appraisal, a baseline appraisal, a SCAMP C or B, you finish it up and you go up with an action planning defining what actions have to be taken on within the program within the next 6 months, 12-month period, which will help them achieve, make those red ones go to green and the yellow ones go to green on the process chart. Who does that? What is your recommendation on who, if they had some process areas where they have a red in their action planning indicating that they're not doing that at all, who develops those definitions? Are you taking the role there, or how is the organization supposed to implement this?
I see. Okay. There's a number of options there.
Yeah.
Different ways that could be approached. One is if there's an internal personnel that are available, that have the experience, the understanding, the knowledge of what the practice is looking for, then by all means it should be done internally.
Yeah.
The second option would be for me to write their process. But if I did that, I would have to immediately discount myself from conducting their appraisal as their Class A appraiser, because I'm not allowed to appraise my own work.
Yeah.
So it is appropriate to use other external consultants, bringing them in to help write the process, bring the organization up to speed, but again with the long-term goal of internal self-sufficiency. And there is a topic I would like to hit on sort of the same thread, Joe, and that is that once action planning is performed, that's the defining moment for an organization, because that is where management needs to pick up and formalize the program. Too many programs get to the point where they do the appraisal, they have the training, they do the appraisal, the Class C appraisal, they do action planning, the action plans are handed over to management, and then things fall apart. Because a lot of times the plan is not adopted the way we recommend it.
Yeah.
And the management expects it to be more of a, I don't want to say a hobby, but it's not a formal program. And then the organization struggles. And typically I'm called in after the fact to say, start over or start up again using the original recommendations. So I just wanted to drive home the importance of how that should be, let me say it this way. Process improvement should have the same weight as any project in the company. I work with a lot of executive managers that I ask them, do you have an accounting organization? Yes, we support accounting. Do you have a material resource or logistics organization? Yeah, they support the business. Do you have a MRP or inventory system? Yeah, they support the business. Do you have process improvement organization? If I hear no, my question back is, they support the business, why not? So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The formality of the program really sort of defines whether they'll be successful down the road. Many falter, but then they finally understand and they pick up process improvement and take it from there.
Regarding our program for process improvement, we are offering requirements management and requirements definition workshop trainings. In addition to this, we have a series of other trainings like configuration management workshop, measurement and analysis workshop, and a series of other trainings addressing the process areas within the CMMI model. Now, Wayne,
yes.
Could you please explain the value which a customer gets from the requirements management workshop training, and also followed up by the requirements definition workshop training?
Okay. Both of them are very similar. Both have some of the topics, some of the topics are in both of them. Some go more deeply based on the topic. If I start with requirements development first, that workshop is focused primarily on understanding how to identify who are the appropriate stakeholders that we should be talking to.
Yeah.
eliciting the requirements, elicitation techniques, things like conducting jazz sessions, administering surveys, interviews, things like that. So that's another topic that's talked about in the workshop.
Okay, so would this course be focused for analysts, junior analysts, senior analysts, or group managers for this? I mean, could we call this as an analysis workshop training?
Yeah, we
how
could.
to do an analysis, how to elicit requirements.
Absolutely.
Is this what we're understanding?
Absolutely. It actually addresses all of those different disciplines and their needs. The one you didn't mention that I've had in my class many times are business analysts.
Yeah.
Because the business analysts would be the ones that are talking directly to the customer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea of identifying, who are the key players in a requirements development process. In CMMI, there is a flow down of the customer requirements down to creating the product and product component requirements, which are more the detailed requirements. Those are all the type of topics we talk about. We also talk about various methods and techniques that are used in our industry for documenting requirements, all the way from documents themselves right up through use cases and various other techniques that are used for documenting good requirements.
Okay. Now, you said requirements management and requirements definition. Mm-hmm. Would requirements management be for analysts, or would that be more of the managerial level? How would you make the difference between the two?
Well,
I mean, would the attendees for the course be the same for both?
It depends. As you know, all our courseware is adjustable based on the need of the client.
Yeah.
And in courses or in workshops where we have primarily the engineering community, the focus is more on how to understand and to analyze the change and manage the changes.
Yeah.
So having this idea of requirements traceability. So that workshop, I tailor it to be more focused on how to do requirements tracing, how to put a good change management system in place, such that requirements are more formally requested, accumulated, queued, analyzed. But on the other side, if we have more of a managerial staff in the room, we primarily talk about the review and approval of requirements. So in that course, we also talk about a thing called a change control board, which is a CCB, which typically, like on projects that are already have a deployed base and there's enhancements to the project going on, the change control board typically gets together as the approval body to approve or disapprove requirements changes. So the workshops are primarily customized when we understand the participation target and what the real business need within the company or the organization is. So we sort of pre-tailor them for them.